Garlic breath is basically aromatherapy. Costco cocktail shrimp. All the work is done for us, so let's upgrade this. Every time I'm at Costco and I see these cocktail shrimps, I think of my aunt because she is the queen of shortcuts. So I thought I would try to use her energy to figure out what to do with this shrimp cocktail. This shrimp is perfect for that because it's already peeled, deveined, and even cooked. We don't have to overthink it. We just need to upgrade it. Let's squeeze some lemon on here. Stick of butter and a little bit of olive oil. I just bought it. Now we're gonna let that melt. Now let's dice it up. Making a lot of sounds over there. I'm using my garlic butter from my broiled lobster. It's simple. Do some more lemon, using the lemon that came with it. Well, did all that work and I dropped the seeds. Try that again. Next, this Hidden Valley seasoning, roughly 2 teaspoons. We want to whisk it together. Now, let that garlic and butter meld together. I'm gonna say about 3 to 5 minutes. Being that the cocktail shrimp is already cooked, don't want to overcook it too much. The idea is just to infuse some of this flavor and then we're gonna go ahead and brown it. Smells good. I'm using my crisper browning of these shrimp. You could use an air fryer, oven broiler, or even sear it in a hot pan. If you want some tips on that, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll try to give you some suggestions. I don't want to overcrowd the pan, so I think I'm gonna have to do this in batches. I'm gonna go for max crisp. All right, the first batch is done and I want to get this eaten because I am trying to get out of here to take those to a party. It was really quick and simple, super easy. I love this shortcut. Yes, could you do it with raw shrimp? Of course. I mean, that's pretty typical, but the idea of this was to save you some time and maybe the hassle of peeling and deveining. A little shortcut there. It even feels a little fancy. This might be something nice to show someone you love through food, or, you know, just take a bite for yourself. These are tasty. A little overcooked, but honestly that was expected. Still worth it. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Costco, you did it again. This is for the win. Hi, I'm back. That chicken salad from Costco left over and I wanted to try to use it up and make it into a chicken wild rice soup. That casserole dish was delicious. I was super surprised. I didn't think it would work, but it did. I'm gonna keep this really simple. I have this quinoa rice packet. I bought it in bulk from Costco. Going to use the other half of the chicken salad from Costco, the pre-made, and I'm going to have broth. Yeah, making a soup. And then I will finish it up with some heavy whipped cream, my trusty friend, and some fresh lemon. That's it. Honestly, pretty simple. I don't think we need more. Let's start. I'm gonna take this pack, oh goodness, put that in the soup. Just squeeze some lemons, probably about a teaspoon or 2, just to liven it up. It smells amazing already. Next, our heavy whipped cream. I'm doing 2/3 a cup. You can add more depending on how thick you might want it. That's it. I mean, how quick is that? It's super fast. I'm gonna bring it to boil, probably let it simmer on low for about 15 minutes, and it should be ready. I added some extra cream because I wanted a more velvety texture. Now it's just time to dish this up. Oh, ow, that's hot. Ooh, that's good. Don't add any salt to this. This is so good. No one needs to know that it wasn't you. I am going to show you a $5 hack using pre-made Costco mashed potatoes. I'm going to upgrade these mashed potatoes to make them extra special so it feels like you did the work. Take a shortcut when you can. These are 99 cents a pound, $5. I mean, I was shocked that it was $5. In fact, I had to make sure and read it again. Yeah, $5, 99 cents a pound. That's pretty awesome. And put it in your pot. We're going to get some garlic powder. As this is melting, we're going to add about a teaspoon garlic powder. It already smells tasty. Once this butter is melted, we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream. I can get this open. Good. Whew. That was a workout. Okay, I am going to take my heavy whipped cream. I'm going to add it to this garlic butter. Trying to get it a little bit warm so it can help this process go a little bit quicker once we put it in the oven. We're going to do 2 eggs. So let's crack 2 eggs for our 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now let's just whisk that together. Get that whipped really well. If you have this Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning powder, you can just sprinkle it on top, which I will actually be doing. It's warm. You can now add your cold mashed potatoes. Our oven is at 375. The mashed potatoes to this heavy whipped cream. Now I'm gonna mix this all together. I'm slowly going to add these eggs into this mixture. It's not very warm. That's why you don't want to make it too hot because you don't want to scramble your eggs. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of this ranch seasoning. Not necessary. Ooh, there. Now, this is probably going to take about 30 to 45 minutes. All right, this looks amazing. Still a little bit of jiggles. I'm going to put it back into the oven. We're going to let that cook for about 15 more minutes. Ooh, very luscious. Got myself a spoon. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Hi. I went to Costco and I saw this chicken salad and I thought I wanted a shortcut for dinner. But the question is, what am I going to do with the chicken salad? Yeah, a sandwich is obvious, but I wanted to do something different. And then it hit me. My mom's tuna casserole, the one I grew up eating, you know the one. Using those Campbell's creamy soups from the 80s and 90s, the kind every mom used for casseroles. I still use those shortcuts today, but I wanted to elevate this dish into something new. I wasn't sure if those canned soups would pair well with the chicken salad. That is why I decided to go with this basil pesto. I think it's gonna really complement this chicken salad. And this chicken salad done most of all the prep work for us. How quick and easy is that? I'm gonna do 1/3 cup. Oh my goodness. Now to make sure that it stays creamy inside of that oven as it's baking, I'm going to start out with 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. I can already tell that's not gonna be enough, so let's do 1 cup. Oh yeah. This looks so good. I mix this all together. I wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out. In my mind, it's one thing, but then when you actually get to see it coming together, it's super exciting. It's really important to get really aggressive and get kind of emulsified together. I pre-cooked some rigatoni pasta. We're just gonna put it in the bowl and mix it all together. Now we're gonna spread it out. We're gonna top this really well with this mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna cover this with foil and we're gonna put it in a 325-degree oven and we're gonna let it bake for 25 minutes. All right, putting it back into the oven. Oh, it smells good. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks so good. Ooh. Being a little impatient. I need a different name. Do you have any suggestions? All right, first time taking a bite of this new recipe idea. It's so delicious. So easy. Oh my goodness, please try it. I think you're gonna love it. This part is the best part. I really love this. I highly recommend it. I'm giving it 8 out of 10. I hope you try it. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you. Flounder? Am I eating flounder? I feel like I'm eating the fish from... That is delicious. Little Mermaid. I had bought some tilapia from Costco, and I need to get this cooked. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, I got this big bag of Japanese breadcrumbs, white rice flour, and cornstarch. This is your go-to. It creates such a crunchy texture. I'm using this buttermilk pancake mix. Okay, fish sticks. We got tilapia and fish sticks. I'm not a fan of Old Bay. Sorry. So I'm just gonna use their garlic and herb Old Bay. Need some salt. Ooh, that's nice and hot. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Got this big thing of onion powder. And MSG. Mayonnaise. Yep, mayonnaise. That is a secret from my grandma and my mom. But that will help coat this fish with its seasoning. Oh yeah. Okay. I wasn't recording, so you didn't see me add the beer. I added probably 1/4 a cup of beer. Now I'm adding the mineral water slowly. Dump it, dunk it, drop it, and I'll show you. Lovely. Till golden brown. These look amazing. I'm gonna do another fry. I'm gonna wait for this oil to get back up to 350 because I want a hard, fast, you know, boiling experience with that oil, okay? That is good. If you can believe that, the tartar sauce actually tastes better with the fish. I'm so hungry. I hope you try these fish sticks. They're not what you grew up with. So good. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.